Welcome. We've made it to Wellness Wednesday. The prevention education team is joined by our Wellness Wednesday guru, Heather. Welcome.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us again. Thanks for having me, Alicia. How was your week?
Week has been fabulous, and I think it's only getting better. I've literally had to close my curtains because the sun is so bright today.
It sounds like we're showing some gratitude for the weather today.
Oh, lots of it.
Perfect. So as Alicia gets started here with our PowerPoint, we talked about gratitude last week. Week one, we talked about meditation and the benefits of that. So something that these two topics, meditation and gratitude, have in common is some happiness and creating our own happiness. So when we're able to meditate, we're able to show gratitude, we're really creating our own happiness. And that's really what we're going to talk about today. So we can get started there. So really what has focused, here we go. So today we're going to be talking about happiness and what this might look like to you. So we're going to look at the work by Sonia Lomboski and her work on this. So for some people, happiness might equal a finish line. It might equal a certain amount of money in their bank account. For others, this might include time out with the family. But what I really want you to think about today is what if we can create our own happiness? And it's not something that we're going to find. I'm sure you've all heard before, happiness is a journey. It's not a destination. So what if there isn't a pot of gold at the end of this rainbow that we keep hearing about? I took this course at Fleming and it was called The Pursuit of Happiness. And this is where I discovered meditation and gratitude and what it means to create your own happiness in life. Near the beginning of the semester is when I was introduced to Sonia, and the majority of her research has been devoted to studying human happiness. And so why is this really important? We want to know what makes people happy. Is happiness a good thing? And how and why can people learn to lead a happier and more fulfilling life? So this is something that we're going to talk about today, and we can keep going there, Alicia, and something that we can really find within ourselves. And that's something that we really, really want to focus on. So like I said, her research is the catalyst for our talk today. And the benefits of happiness include that according to her research, is we can notice some higher income, which can greater productivity and higher quality of work, larger social networks as well. Sorry, I've lost you guys here. Perfect, found you again. We've also noticed that there's larger social networks, more activity and energy flow, better physical health, a boosted immune system, and even a longer life when people are found to be more happy. This literature is found to also suggest that happy individuals are more creative, helpful, charitable, more confident, have better self-confidence, and show greater regularity and coping abilities. So we can go to the next one there, Alicia. So Sonia has established this sort of pie chart theory of happiness. And what we see here is that 50% is a genetic set point. So it's going to sort of come within you. This is our personality. It's internal. 10%, which we might find surprising, is external circumstances. So this is what shocked me the most. So this is whether you're rich or poor, healthy or unhealthy, married, divorced, whether you're beautiful or just a plain person. This is only going to account for 10% of your happiness. And I feel like a lot of us tend to believe that a lot more of it is found in our external stuff. But that really isn't going to impact our happiness. And that's really what I want to focus on today, is the intentional activity that we have. And Sonia's discovered that this is going to account for 40% of your happiness. So that's a lot. You have a lot of control over your own behavior and what you think and how you do things as far as boosting your own happiness goes. This is where the money is. Why? Because it's making up 40% of your happiness. This is what we want to focus on, is that intentional activity. Since our behavior is a lot easier to change than our circumstances, we're going to focus on that and discover that happiness is going to come from the inside and something that we can really create for ourselves. So there is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path. I really love this. That's a really beautiful quote, I think. And there's two important takeaways here. First, happiness. People aren't happy because they have more money or faster cars or better looks. Then they're not more happier than less than their peers. Instead, what differs is their behavior. They're going to engage in more behaviors that boost their happiness, spending time with their family, practicing optimism, exercising regularly, savoring those life pleasures that we tried to focus on last week with our gratitude. And we really want to live in the present moment, which we're learning through meditation as well, and express gratitude for what we have in our lives. And a second big takeaway that I want today is the key to happiness lies not in changing the external circumstances. It's about what you can change and how you think and the power and control that you have over your own life and your own happiness. So there's a lot of different ways you can create your own happiness. And I really, these are just obviously some suggestions, some different ideas to get your juices flowing and maybe get you thinking of things that make you happy. Alicia, is there anything in particular that you love to do that puts a smile on your face that makes you happy?
For me, it's about appreciating the small things. So like petting my cat and just really, it sounds really strange, but just those nice moments to like, I know it's about making someone else happy, but it makes me happy when I'm petting my cat and just having a very like relaxing, just close cuddle time with her.
I think it's really important that you said that, Alicia, honestly. How you said other people might think it sounds silly or it might make other people happy. Because I think that's the really big takeaway that I took from the course that I learned for Pursuit of Happiness. And I hope you guys take today is that it doesn't matter what other people think or what other people are doing. It's how you can create your own happiness. So maybe going for a long walk in the park, going out and playing a solo sport, grabbing a basketball, going playing basketball by yourself. You don't need to have someone to go with you. You go for a long drive with the windows down. Personally, I love to cook. I love to get in the kitchen and make a huge mess. It makes me happy. Take your dog to the dog park or borrow somebody's dog. Maybe you can do that.
We had a comment on Facebook saying coffee makes you happy.
Perfect. Yeah, hockey. Yeah, like you can go anywhere. You can play coffee.
Drink.
Coffee. Me too. I always have my coffee beside me, so it makes me very happy as well.
Perks you right up, brings you to the present moment. You get the heat as well. So yeah, coffee.
Yeah, no, that's a great one. This is a great time of year. The sun today. Maybe you could take the afternoon off today, take a mental health afternoon and you go start your spring garden or just go for a walk, go down to Little Lake, do a meditation or something like that. It's just really important that you remember that happiness is going to come within you, and that you have the power and the ability to create this own happiness that you want to see in your life. Like I said, it's irrelevant to others. It only matters to you what's going to make you happy. So I really urge you to push yourself this week and find joy and fulfillment in every day, and really try and remember there's no path that's leading you to happiness. You are the path and happiness is the path, and you can really find it. Yeah, thank you, Alicia, for putting that back up. There's no path to happiness. Happiness is the path. So it's really something that we can create ourselves. And I really hope that there's something today that you can go outside or inside if you're stuck inside, but really create your own happiness each and every day. So with that being said, we're going to finish off with a little guided meditation here as we usually do. So just try and get comfortable, really, wherever it is that you're sitting. You could be lying down if you'd like. It does not matter to me or to Alicia, whatever makes you happy. So we're just going to put up a nice little scenery here. You can follow along with that. You can keep your eyes open, eyes closed. It doesn't really matter today. This is just a really simple and straightforward, easy visualization technique that I'm going to guide you through as we go. And it's really about understanding the supports that you have within you for your own happiness. And I'm not talking about that happiness that necessarily always leaves a smile on our faces, but the sort of underlying happiness and contentment, fulfillment, and satisfaction in life. And as long as those supports are there, both internally and externally, we can expect to experience a lot more happiness in our lives. And this particular technique will just help to support this happiness that you're finding. So just take a moment or two to get comfortable. Eyes open with a nice soft focus, being aware of the space around you. And when you're ready to begin the exercise, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you exhale the next time, gently closing your eyes and allowing the breath to return to its natural rhythm. In and out through the nose. And now as you become more aware of the weight of your body, notice any physical sensations, any points of contact. Your body on the chair or on the floor, the soles of your feet planted on the floor. Feel the weight of your arms and your legs resting. And just starting to notice any sounds as well. Maybe those close by and some further away. And as you bring your attention back to the body, just checking in to see how the body feels right now. Whether there's a general sense of lightness or heaviness in the body. A general sense of stillness or agitation. And the easiest way to get a better picture of how the body is feeling is just to scan down from head to toe. For the next few seconds, just notice which parts of the body feel comfortable or uncomfortable, heavy or light. And as you scan your body, gather a sense of the general mood of the mind, if you'd like. And before moving on, just take a moment to be clear about why you are doing this exercise today. Especially with happiness, the motivation sometimes can be very self-interested and self-focused. But you might also find this exercise more effective, far more enjoyable, if there's an awareness of how you can benefit those around you as well as yourself. Starting to notice the breath now, the rising and falling sensation. Notice where you feel your breath and the general rhythm of your breath. Continue to follow your breath. You can count them if you would like. But notice how each breath is slightly different than the last. And as you relax your focus, I want you to imagine a pinprick of light appearing in the middle of the body, in the middle of the chest. It's as though this pinprick of light, it's a tiny bit of sunshine, very bright, very clear, clearly peeking through. And within this light, it has the potential for that happiness, for that fulfillment that you are looking for. And it's as though, all on its own, it begins to expand outwards, and it expands in every direction, bringing with it a sense of ease, sense of play, of enjoyment. It continues to spread outwards in every direction, leaving the body feeling very spacious, very light. Just continue to watch the mind as that pinprick of light on you as it fills your entire body. And even when it reaches the boundaries of the body, it continues to expand. It goes beyond, past the body, to the space around you. And you just imagine it getting wider and wider, getting further and further away, until the mind can't really imagine it getting any further, any bigger, any more spacious. And in that moment, just letting go of any focus of your breath or of that image, and just letting the mind go free. And now, just bringing the attention back to the body, back to the feeling of that weight in the body. Feet on the floor, hands and arms resting on your chair. Sounds again, any strong smells, maybe. Just open your eyes for the sense of that smooth transition, that you're still aware of how you feel, aware of the intention to carry that same quality of awareness and of happiness throughout the day today. And as you sit back and maybe take a stretch, it's okay and normal to feel for a new exercise, to feel maybe a bit mechanical or contrived. But if you can practice this for a few days, you'll certainly remind yourself of the underlying feeling of happiness. And this will become a really enjoyable exercise. But as you go through the day today, just notice what things you leave that leave you with a genuine feeling of contentment as you go throughout the day. And I urge you all to get outside and enjoy this sunshine and feel that warmth of the sun on your face and on your skin. And we thank you again so much for joining us. And we'll be back again next Wednesday at 11 o'clock. Thank you, everybody.